It's the night football gave us chaos, magic, heartbreak, and history all at once. A match that didn't feel like a semi-final, it felt like a movie. And what a blockbuster it was. Inter Milan versus Barcelona. Two European giants clashing with nothing but fire in their eyes and Munich in their dreams. And what we got was a 7-goal thriller, a roller coaster of passion, belief, despair, and triumph. When the final whistle blew, the scoreboard read 4-3 on the night, 7-6 on aggregate, and it was Inter Milan, yes, Inter, who roared their way into the Champions League final. Let that sink in. This game wasn't just football. This was poetry written with bruised bodies and beating hearts. Inter Milan, pushed to the edge of existence in the final seconds, found life through the boots of Francesco Acerbi, and when it all looked destined for penalties, it was the unlikely hero Davide Frattesi who stepped up from the shadows and carved his name into football folklore. Extra time, drama, legacy, and history made under the Milan night sky. Let's take it from the top. This wasn't a match. It was a war of nerves. The first leg had already been a goal fest with Barcelona holding a slim edge, but it was clear from kickoff tonight that neither side had come to defend. Inter Milan, with the roar of San Siro behind them, came flying out of the blocks. The tempo was electric. Lautaro Martinez tested the waters early with a sizzling drive. Barcelona, always confident in possession, responded through the wizardry of Pedri and the ever-dangerous Lewandowski. This was going to be a night of moments. And moments we got. Barcelona opened the scoring with a clinical move. A cross whipped in by Cancelo, flicked on by Gavi, and finished with ice-cold composure by Lewandowski. Advantage Barcelona, but Inter didn't flinch. This team under Inzaghi has grown with scars and setbacks. They've built their resilience on nights like this. A quick equalizer came from Nicolo Barella, who found the top corner with a curling shot that sent the crowd into delirium. 1-1, game on, aggregate 4-4. Every breath was heavy. Every touch was life or death. Then came the twist. Barcelona, in a flash of brilliance, struck again. A silky 1-2 between Pedri and Felix carved open the Inter backline and Felix tapped it in. 2-1 Barcelona, 5-4 on aggregate. The Catalans could almost smell Munich. But Inter weren't done. A corner swung in, chaos in the box, and Lautaro stabbed it home. 2-2. 6 goals in the tie. The drama far from over. And this was just the beginning. In the second half, both teams were hanging by threads. Cramp, pressure, whistles, screams, it was all there. Barcelona struck again. Rafinha, cutting in from the right, curled one into the far post. 3-2. Barcelona again with the lead. But somehow, someway, Inter kept chasing. They knew one goal would take them to extra time. They didn't panic. They kept the ball. Pushed, pressed, clawed. And just when it seemed like the journey had ended, in the 94th minute, Inter found their breath again. A loose ball fell to Acerbi, who, with one swing of his foot, delivered a thunderbolt from outside the box that flew past Ter Stegen and into the net. Absolute scenes. Inter fans crying, Barca fans stunned. The tie was now 6-6. And we were heading to extra time. Hearts in mouths. Hands on heads. You could feel the earth shake in Milan. Extra time is when legends are born. And that's exactly what happened. Inter looked the fresher side. Inzaghi made crucial changes. One of them, Davide Frattesi, a player who hadn't been a regular headline maker. But tonight, the stars aligned. In the 115th minute, a brilliant through ball from Calhanoglu split the defense, and Frattesi, timing his run to perfection, went one-on-one with Ter Stegen. With all the calmness in the world, he slotted it in. San Siro exploded. 4-3 Inter. 7-6 on aggregate. The comeback complete. The final minutes were chaos. Barcelona tried everything. Xavi barking instructions from the sideline, throwing on every attacker he had. But Inter stood tall. Acerbi and Bastoni, with their legs gone and lungs burning, kept clearing. Sommer pulled off a stunning save from Lewandowski in the 119th minute. That was it. The final blow. The ref blew the whistle. And Inter Milan, bruised, battered, emotional, had done the impossible. This wasn't just a victory. This was a statement. A team that was written off, who were called too old, too slow, not ready for the big stage, are now heading to the final of the Champions League. They stared defeat in the face. They were out of the competition in the 94th minute. But they refused to bow out. They rewrote their story. They snatched it from the jaws of heartbreak. And they earned their ticket to Munich. Let's talk heroes. Lautaro Martinez, the captain who fought for every inch. Acerbi, the old lion, who showed the young ones what belief looks like. Calhanoglu, the engine of the midfield, never stopping. And of course, Frattesi, a name that will now echo in the hearts of Inter fans for years to come. From substitute to saviour, that's the magic of this game. For Barcelona, it's a brutal pill to swallow. They were minutes away. Pedri and Gavi were masterful, Lewandowski scored, Rafinha dazzled, but it wasn't enough. Not this time. Football is cruel, and it reminded tonight. Xavi's dream of leading Barca to a European final is put on ice. The rebuilding continues, but this one will hurt. A lot. For Inter, it's time to dream. They're heading to Munich, a city that holds their destiny. A place where the greatest European prize awaits. It's not about tactics anymore. It's about belief. This team is no longer chasing shadows of the past. They're creating new ones. 7-6 on aggregate. Read that again. It sounds like a tennis score. But it's real. It happened. A Champions League semi-final for the ages. One of the greatest ever played. And Inter Milan, the team from the blue side of Milan, are still dancing under the lights. Football, man. It just knows how to write the best scripts. And tonight, it wrote one that we'll be talking about for decades. This is Soccer Spender, bringing you the passion, the heartbreak, the stories that make football more than just a game. If you felt chills watching this match, imagine being on that pitch. Imagine living that moment. That's the power of football. That's why we love this game. Make sure to subscribe and drop your thoughts in the comments. Who was your man of the match? Can Inter go all the way? And if you're a Barcelona fan, how do you pick yourselves up after this one? We'll see you in Munich.